We're doing Talking Tarot. Let me go ahead and get some more of this stuff set up. Our digital guide, as well as our camera. We're going to, we'll see if we can replicate the issue we've been having. Because, yeah, for some reason, well, that's technical stuff. You don't need to worry about that. So, hope you're doing well. Taking care. All right, camera. Yep. And let's make this. Oh, don't need that making noise. But this, we do want to be able to see cards through. Yep. And it's showing there. Perfect. So yeah, maybe we'll be able to replicate the issue today, although that's not great for trying to debug things. So we'll just have to see. I mean, it is something to go off of, but yeah. I guess I'm joining a bit late. It looks like we have connections, so maybe it's a slow Monday for people. Doing okay. How are you? Excellent. Hey, Mark. Hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and switch our caption. I should probably update the old one. I think people know the new schedule at this point, so. We got it? Yeah, okay. So if you've got questions, go ahead and comment them. Or maybe I'll just monologue. Not my favorite, but something we can do. Do you have a particular relationship, or is this just the future of love for Mark Harold Dumaguing? If I'm saying that at all right. Okay. Well, because the future might have multiple people, whereas if you're talking about a single one, it can make it awkward trying to figure out what the cards are saying, but that's all good. And that is probably a Destiny deck question, so let me get that mat out. Oh, I'll go ahead and highlight your question. Our deck. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, Zara. Hope you're doing well. All right. Good and bad. Coming down the line. Okay. I mean, I recognize the name, but I don't remember the question. So I hope that's all right. Okay. Okay. Where are the cards? My phone buzzed, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, I've got it. I'll look it up on the laptop, but sorry, Mark. It's just odd because you're asking for the good and the bad, but it seems like I've only got one card. So, yeah. Well, hey, Amber. Let's go ahead and flip this so we can. Oh, not that. This. Uh, so we can talk about it. Two of Cups, love and peace. Very promising for romance. Let me go ahead and set my phone down. I have a digital guide for this. We might as well go through the details we have there. So, see if anything stands out. Represents union, harmony, partnership, peace, and love. Perhaps there's a deeper commitment that is occurring in a current relationship, which not relevant. This is an auspicious card for a creative partnership as well, which not this context. The Two of Cups is a card of reconciliation and ongoing negotiations, which will be resolved in your favor. Enjoy the deep love that is coming your way in all aspects of your life. You deserve it. Yeah, so I mean, pretty great. It's a positive card. The only thing to just note is the reconciliation and ongoing negotiations. So part of this is stuff will take time. There will be back and forth, which I mean is normal, normal to any relationship, developing it. So, yeah, I mean, so positive news coming. Uh, might take some time, but I don't think that's anything unexpected. So, all right. Let me pull up Lavina's question. She sent it over Messenger, which is fine. We'll try to keep some privacy. Obviously, talking about it will give some bits away, but we'll try to be respectful. Okay. Okay. But the heart of the matter, no problem. I guess I don't want to spoil too much, but it's really the sincerity we're wondering about. Correct? Yeah, this will be a Destiny deck question too. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess once we have a gauge of the gosh, privacy. So there's a couple aspects as at play. I'm just not sure if we'll get them all in the first pass. I mean, the sincerity is the important thing. So doing good. How are you, Vijara? So we'll definitely focus on that, but then there's the follow through as well. So, but that might not be relevant. So, yes, I should be up to date. Did anything else pop in? Yeah. If you've got them in mind, then I can answer that. Yeah. Or rather, you know who you're asking about. So even if you need to come back to watch the video later, that's fine. We're good to ask that. So yeah, Lavina, let me go ahead and highlight something for you. We'll just highlight this one since you're asking privately. Hello, Athena. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I mean, the main thing we're concerned about is the sincerity. So we can check that for sure. Whether or not we get follow through as well, what to do. Well, that might just have to be a separate read. We'll see. further down. Takes some time for me to sense which cards are involved. Okay. So if I'm quiet and not moving much, it's probably because I'm trying to sense which things to pull. For the new people, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in. Um, it'll help me keep track so that I can follow up on them. Right. Okay. Thanks, Angel. Give me some time and we'll go through that. Sincerity. Okay. Okay. Well, and if you need to come and go or just want to watch the video later, that's fine too. Your question is specific enough, I'll be able to read. So, that was to Angel in particular. Um, the same advice, the same is true for you too, of course. Because you already asked, right? Doom-ba-doom, doom-ba-doom. Yeah. Yeah. So if you wanted to bounce for a bit and or just watch the video later, that's fine too. Um, it's clear enough. I can do it. Yeah. That's all right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. By all means, feel free to listen. Just want to be respectful of people's time, including those I read for. Okay. So that would be Do we have more? Definitely not there. Is that all the cards? Okay. All right. Okay, and then so is this? Yeah, sorry. Since it streams to multiple platforms, um, I haven't set it up to um, do the listing, but there are a lot of people right now, so I should put something together. Okay. All right. I think I've got what's going on there. Let me blink all of this stuff. Okay, we're doing Lavina now. Let me go through and catch up on everybody. You already did Mark. We have Zara, although I don't think you asked a question yet. We've got Amber said hello, and then Vichera. Similarly, Amber, if you had a question, go ahead and drop that in. And then Athena popped in, said hello. And then who do we have? Angel and Tanu, who I got questions from. So those two are good to go. But Zara, Amber, Athena, if you had questions that you wanted readings for, go ahead and drop those in. Hey, Presh, I'm doing good. And let me go ahead and back to reading for Lavina. So, and it's big, excellent. Okay. Sincerity. That's what this one is speaking to. Action. That's the little one, and more so their perspective toward them. And then this is the other adult. So we'll just go left to right. King of Cups, strong, psychic are the notes there. Six of Cups. We've got the Star. Okay. So, I mean, that's very positive. Six of Wands. I'm not sure that's going to be super active. But then on the Six of Cups, we've got notes of reconcile and harmony. Okay. So, I mean, as far as sincerity goes, yes, that's there. Let me get, yeah, by all means, go ahead and drop your question in. Let me set this down and let me read on the Six of Wands for what you should do. Okay, Lama. It's going to be a while before I can read for you, but I can ask the question. So if you want to hop around or stay around or just watch the video later, that's fine. But we'll answer your question. Um, Six of Wands. And there we go. Need to make that visible. Six of Wands signifies well-deserved triumph. If you have been struggling recently in work, career, or projects, this card may reveal a promotion or a new contract. It can also reveal that a legal matter will go in your favor. This is a time to enjoy, so you must share your accomplishments with others. In a personal relationship, this card indicates that declared feelings are well received. In the traditional meaning, this card signifies good news in any life aspect, whether it is love, property, education, work, or family. Celebrate the victory that came about through your resilience. So, I mean, other than celebrating, there's not a whole lot of action um, required or that you need to do. Um, so, I mean, that half of the reading seems very positive. Let me go ahead and get the King of Cups. So I'm curious of what that's going to be speaking to. Has mastered his emotions and leads with love. Father archetype who brings structure and authority while being kind, gentle, and compassionate. Who provides unconditionally for his family. In his work, he follows his intuition. In friendships, he is sociable and, like his counterpart, is sensitive and chooses his friends wisely. He may have a wide circle of acquaintances, but only a few confidants. This card shows up to indicate the ideal love who is unafraid of intimacy. In a case where a decision must be made, if you are indecisive, always follow your heart. So yeah, that's still going to play a part. And I know you don't like that, so maybe you'll just need to reflect on how important that is. Um, but yeah, there's strong feelings there. And they're not going to go away. So if this is what you choose, you might want to think about maybe accepting that. And then for the Six of Cups, for the other adult, nostalgia and happy memories shows up when you feel what you feel is lost will be rescued. It's a time for good things coming from the past, reconnecting. This card is about compassion and kindness. Your situation is improving and happy times are coming your way. The magic lies in the present moment. Yeah. So these are the things that worry me because there's definitely a true and fast love for the little one. And then the other adult is, well, trying to repair things um, in whatever sense that they may have gone wrong. So I don't know how much that's going to mess with the other half of this. I mean, all of these cards are positive, and you got victory literally on your card. So um, there's a strong love for that child. And I don't think you've really got a way of overcoming that is the issue. Um, so, I mean, if that's a deal breaker for you, you might just call that there. Because, yeah, uh, I don't see him really getting over that or really getting away from that. So, uh, if he leaves the child, he's leaving his heart with it. So, I don't know if you necessarily want him at that point. So, I mean, he's a good person, but yeah, this is when you might want to let the dust settle first, um, before considering anything. And especially with the Six of Wands, like you don't have a very active role to play with this. So, um, like there is nothing negative here on your reading. So, I don't think you're doing anything bad in any way. Um, as far as I can tell, things are ultimately going to sort themselves out, though it's not very clear which way. So we can speculate, but yeah, at this point, I would let it run its course somewhat. And I mean, you can proactively decide for yourself. Um, frankly, I wouldn't worry about it. Um, we got nothing bad here. So um, you might be giving yourself more problems than you actually have by worrying about this. Um, if it goes down that route, yeah, I think you would have to, because I don't really see him separating from it and still being who he is, really. So maybe take some time pondering that. I feel like the situation's going need some time to develop, anyways. So you might find out the answer just after going through that introspection, reflection, however you want to phrase that. Okay, no problem. And now, Llama. It's first come, first serve. So let me read for the other people. It's not going to change your reading. If you don't want to wait around for it, that's fine. You can watch the video later. No problem, Lavina. But I'm not just going to let people jump the line because it's urgent. Okay. Thankfully for you, a lot of people didn't bother to ask questions. So Zara, you would be next, but I think you bounced for some reason. So we've got Amber. I know Vajera asked his. Let me see if Amber asked a question. Yeah, I don't think she did. So we're on to Vajera at that point. Sorry. Wow. Right. And there's arguments to be made for it. I know that's a concern that a lot of guys expressed when I started out about knowing what you're willing to answer or not. But yeah, I mean, part of the reason we're doing tarot is because we're struggling to figure out the right and wrong. So yeah, I don't see as much of an issue there. Let me get on to Vajera. Oh, okay. I think this is also. Oh, Prisma. Yep. Okay. Let me switch mats. I'm using the Prisma deck. No problem. There we go. Okay. Can you trust them? Let's see. I mean, this is almost certainly going to come out in the 3 cards. Yes, no. Are we going to have extra information as well? Maybe. You're not necessarily soliciting it, but you might be getting it. We'll find out. Is there another one there? Let me just set these down so we can spread these a bit more. That's it. Yeah, Tanu, you're on the list. It might be a bit, but I mean, we'll definitely do it. I've got your question, so you're good to go. But right now we're doing Vijera. No, I haven't yet, Angel. That's still coming up. I don't know that I've actually done a Celtic cross for anyone. Thankfully, I've got it on this guide. So, I mean, I'll be able to mimic that. That's fine. Take us there. And I'll go ahead and show this because this is no llama. It's still going to be a little while. So let me go ahead and share this because this is what you're specifically requesting, or at least this is what I would end up doing. That might be a little more visible. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. This goes into a lot of other stuff, more than just trusting that person. So are you sure you're wanting all of that? Because I mean, I can still get stuff on situation as well as trust, but like, is environment as relevant? Hopes and fears? I don't know that best can be achieved is really something useful. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, we can. So here, let me go ahead and am I just going to need these cards anyways? Yes-ish for that. This one, there might be something better. Okay. All right, with so many cards, I think I'll just focus on finding them and then figuring out where they go afterwards. Okay. Let's, that one is broken. Okay. If we need to mix and match as well, it's fine. This is going to be a lot easier if we just find all the relevant pieces and then put them together. Is that right? No, still pulling. I've got 6 cards so far. But I mean, we could have tempered pairs or just pairs or something like that. So we might end up with more than just the 10. And then I'll need to figure out which ones go together. But we'll see once we get to that point. Set these aside. Good card, not for this. Okay. Both are a little bit different. Okay. So there's okay. What are we doing? We're finding the cards. Or, well, I think we found them. But now it's figuring out which ones go where. With whom? Let me see. I'm going to need space. Because right now we've got, 13 cards altogether. And I might have pulled an extra one. So I'll have to filter that out as appropriate. All right, clear some space. Because this is the one that goes there. I'm going to need a lot, probably. Okay. That's convenient. Okay. Okay, and then you. Where do you belong? Okay, that sounds good. Is it? So that would be considered the right side up. Is that right? You're somewhere else. Okay. You just have to, yeah. Okay. You're on the outskirts too. There's probably more. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Let's fix this order. Which one? Yeah, no, that's on the other ones. Well, so I'm still figuring out what goes where. But yeah. I'm just only going to be able to hold this for so long. And that's small. Let me make it big. So we've got 3 of the 4 on the side. This one seems to be separate from the spread itself. So whether that's a side note or what, I haven't yet determined. We've got the 4 corners. That's a tempered pair. This one I still need to figure out because it was feeling like it belongs here. And we've already got what felt like a tempered pair there. So I need to check if I misplaced something. Or if there's more to it, or if there's really that many cards there, which might mean we're missing this one. And I can't remember, what does that stand for? Number 7, EU. Maybe you don't really need that information then. But yeah, so once I sort this and just double check to make sure I've got things right, we'll be going through it. So let me go ahead and set that down. Right, yeah. We can make this big at least. Might be a little more entertaining than watching me struggle through this. Okay. Get a little more space. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what that side card is, but we'll figure out what that is. So let me review what the different things are. So we got present situation, which has 3 cards, so probably the most complicated bit. What crosses or complements you? Best that can be achieved. The reason. Past, near future. And then those are all listed as card 7. They probably forgot to number them. Yeah, we'll just do 7, 8, 9, 10. So outcome is the one that's missing. So your environment, your hopes and fears. Is that right? Is it top down or? Let me just go ahead and check. Because there's something standard, we should be able to find it pretty fast. Oh, so bottom up. So we have outcome. Yeah, it's you that we're missing. Okay. Excellent. Close that. Come back to it. Yeah. Just thinking there's so much to go through, but it is what it is. So we'll probably end up just flipping cards and then going through what the different things are. But we'll try to do them in order, which means we need these first. So tempered pair, and then that combo paired with another card. So 7 of Swords, tempered by 5 of Pentacles. So some, not necessarily isolation, but separation. Probably related to hitting rock bottom. Paired with Strength, so persistence and resilience. We had 3 of Chalices on top of that. And see, now I can't even remember what they stand for. But yeah, so there was that. Up here, we've got King of Wands, tempered by 5 of Chalices. Pretty powerful that that's tempering. 5 of Chalices would be sorrow and grief or loss. 10 of Swords down here. So an end. Not necessarily bad, but very final. The Wheel of Fortune. And I think that's the past. And then near future, we've got 4 of Wands. We're missing you down here. So we'll skip up to King of Pentacles. Very powerful, able to make it happen. The Lovers. And then Knight of Wands for the outcome. Okay. And then if and when we figure out what this is for, we'll flip that. But for now, that's what we've got. Let me set this down now so that I can go through our individual pieces. Okay, so 1, the present situation. And that was the 7 of Swords, tempered by 5 of Pentacles. So somebody hit some sort of rock bottom and they've sort of isolated themselves. Sort of, yeah. But then there's also resilience, persistence from the Strength card. So, yeah. Well, that's what we've got for present. And then for what crosses or complements, 3 of Chalices. This one's going to speak to harmony, things being in the right place. Let me go ahead and find that one. Friendship, synchronicity, shared experience. It is a rare and wonderful thing to work together in unison. So much can be achieved when contrasting personalities coalesce to form a common purpose. Establish empathy. Communicate your needs and desires with trusting candor. Seek in turn to meet the needs of others. Do not dwell in differences. All people crave love and acceptance, even if it is expressed in a million different ways. Tune yourself into these quiet voices and see if you can address some of these common crying needs. So, yeah, so being able to connect is what's helping you out, or maybe giving you trouble, just depending on your perspective at the moment. And then we've got, well, let me pause there, see if we've got anything. Okay. So yeah, and if I'm getting off base or something's not making sense, let me know. But yeah, again, so much to go through. So let's go on to 3, best that can be achieved. So King of Wands. But then this is tempered by Five of Chalices, which is going to be sorrow, grief, loss. Wands is going to be the other way. Creative leader, visionary, passionate. Patron deity of the pursuit of passion, you need only to embody the king's indomitable spirit to give yourself direction and purpose. Creative, bold, and outgoing, he commands attention through his radiant presence, a man who is truly alive. When you see him in a reading, consider how you might take charge by inspiring others. Unremittingly follow your passions. So, yeah, it almost seems like you're going to pick up a drive. Um, I mean, given the Five of Chalices, it almost seems like this is going to end. Um, well, um, yeah. So it'll be a good run, but you'll come out directed in a sense. Um, you'll know what you want, and you're going to be chasing it. So, on to 4, the reason for the reading, which is interesting, given that this is 10 of Swords, hard endings, misfortunes, defeat. In a Byzantine way, the 10 of Swords can be quite encouraging. After the dread and anguish leading up to this moment, the worst has finally fallen. Your misfortunes have defeated you. Find peace at last in the quiet repose of death. So that's probably just echoing the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Like, you hit bottom, and so you, well, wanted help with this. I think normally you would be able to handle this on your own. I guess let me check back. Okay. Oh yeah, got to switch tabs, so it is what it is. 5, the past, Wheel of Fortune. So, has not been kind, but chance, change, destiny. Constantly vying for power may seem like a futile pursuit, but it is in fact a simple, blessed characteristic of life that it is never at a standstill. The Wheel of Fortune shows the perpetual shifting in the balance of powers, manifested infinitely within every aspect of your life. At any given time, you will be the champion, be the contender, believe you are the champion, or have no reign at all, quickly hurtling yourself into the fray. This card suggests a change is coming. The old king is dead. Someone or something will rise up in its stead. Which, I mean, that's just echoing the rock bottom and eventually the rise. That leads to your King of Wands. So, nothing crazy there. The near future, 4 of Wands. Celebration, peace, family. This card is the first milestone in the journey of the Wands. Everything is coming together nicely, and while things are supporting themselves, take this time to enjoy the success of what you have wrought so far. This is a time of great peace and contentment. It may include family or a landmark in your life celebrated by ceremony. At the very core, it is happiness. One of those rare times when life is going your way and you're aware enough to appreciate it. So, continuation of Wheel of Fortune, really. And eventually we're going to get to King of Wands, but that's a bittersweet outcome. So we don't have the card for you. Okay. So we'll skip on to your environment, your hopes or fears, and then the outcome. So your environment, King of Pentacles. This seems interesting, given what we already know so far. Competent, leader, mastery of environment. If you crave mastery of your environment, there is no better card to draw than the King of Pentacles. He's the pinnacle of experience, hard work, and blunt intelligence, and as a result, he is relied upon in his community for his competence. Embody his power and ability to get things done. You do not need to wait for inspiration. You can stoke the fire within yourself. Muster all your strength and hurdle over anything that stands in your way. This speaking to your environment. I mean, whatever supports you have, they're capable. Um, yeah. So, on to the lovers for hopes/fears. We'll see if I can get a stronger feel for what's appropriate. Partnership, individualism, blossoming relationship. The lovers suggest a potent time to begin a new relationship. Break down barriers. Let people get to know you, the real you, and welcome their energy into your life. Let yourself be influenced by one person. This is a card that celebrates individualism, delight in integration without dimming your own beautiful gleam. Yeah, I don't think there's anything unexpected there. You know what you're hoping for. So let's get to outcome. Knight of Wands. Not so far. Oh. Confidence, surge of energy, passion. The Knight of Wands may portend of a surge in confidence and energy, the fire catching from the spark of the page. But do not depend on the initial fervent swell to see you through to the end. Ultimately, a disciplined strategy will pay greater dividends than a short-lived burst of enthusiasm. Focus on the vision at hand and ask yourself if you are being passionate or merely brash. So, and this is going to lead into the King of Wands in the end. Yeah, that makes sense there. So, I guess any questions? I'll give you some time. And let me check to see, but I think Athena is the one that didn't drop a question. Hey, Danette. Hope you're doing well. That's fine. Oh, so we did get Zara's question. So she would be next. Somewhat. Because I mean, a lot of this stuff is interrelated. So let me move the Three of Chalices. We're coming from a hard place, but our fortune is improving. Eventually, we're going to get to King of Wands, Knight of Wands. Powerful. But the relationship probably isn't going to last. So there's that tempered part. You know you want a relationship. Whether or not it's able to deliver is yet to be seen, but I think we know what that Five of Chalices. I guess it could play out a little different, but and then you've got great support from everyone around you, really. So go ahead and be happy in this period. Yeah, it is. Oh, sorry. It's just, well, here, let me, you've got 3 of chalices there. So that connects with your, well, partly the Wheel of Fortune, but carrying through 4 of Wands and the Lovers. So if you know what it's for, then that's fine. So this is the star. If you know what this is speaking to, then that's great. But yeah, it wasn't part of this spread particularly. So it wasn't you. This specifically didn't belong in any place within the spread. So yeah. I know it seems like I might be covering up, but there's really nothing there for the what would be the U card. Correct. No problem. Let me set this down. Okay. Yeah. So let me go ahead and put this together. No problem. I hope it was helpful. Okay, so we did have a Zara's question come in. Let me go ahead and highlight that before I lose it again in all of this. And then let me catch up down here. Ashley, let me check where our list is at right now. I don't think Athena dropped her question, so I've got 5 people because we did get Zara's question. We may or may not have time for it, Ashley. I'll add you to the list, but we might just have to plan another time depending on how long these go. If they're anything like the Jaras, then we definitely don't have time. But I don't think that's our norm. Oh, let me go ahead and we can hide that. Zara's question. Oh, and there's so much it runs off. Okay, let me go find it so that I can read it here. We'll definitely do yours, Lama. I just have to be careful with anybody else coming at this point. So, okay. That's right. I remember this now. But that's not a question. Did Zara follow up with her question? Oh, and Danette joined as well. Again, same as Ashley, or I guess let me know if you would like a reading as well. But we are a bit full, so we may or may not have time today for other streams. So feel free to catch me at one of those times. They should be scheduled for this week. I'll schedule next Mondays after this. Let me see if I can. If I'm missing it. Okay, yeah. I'm reading through just to make sure, but Zara, I now remember the context. So if you have your question, let me know what that is. But I don't think we have your question yet. Let me double check. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll just reach out to her because I think she might have dropped. Okay, and then Athena would be next, but I don't think she asked her question. But then Angel, we do. Let's get this up there. Okay. Jose Daniel. What's his purpose here? Okay. And is that a... It's probably one of the other ones. It's one of those. Okay, yeah, it is destiny. So let me get that. Okay. And basically, what's the nature of this relationship on the spiritual level? That should be good. Let's see. What is... See. This is supposed to be tempered by that. No, we are not better for that. Is there anything else? Or have we captured it at this point? Okay, we've got it all. Yeah, I don't know how to describe that. There's a slight weight to this one. So I don't know if that's slightly increased relevance or something, but well, let's find out what it is. 2 of Cups. Peace and love are the notes there. And then 5 of Pentacles. So interesting. Yeah, this is going to be on the karmic side. This is, I don't know that love-hate sort of describes this. Although instead of hate, we have, well, basically a loss. It's not it feels like a total loss. It's not, but that's what it feels like. That's what we're getting with the 5 of Pentacles. So, then we've also got the 2 of Cups. So, I mean, that's all the positive feelings, all the love, all the support. So, yeah, this one's a mixed bag. So, yeah, I don't know if there might be a tough love aspect to this. That because of their connection, they're able to speak truth and put you in your place. And, well, then you come to terms with being at the bottom of something. But yeah, they do love you. And they care about you. So, yeah. Hey, Louise. How's it been? That's what we got for Angel. Don't know if she was on here live for that, but, well, she can find the highlight. Hope you're doing well. Gosh. Let's go back. And Tanu, we've got your question somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Need some direction here. That's okay. It is not. So we're doing Tanu now. Then we have Presh, and then it's your turn. So You are third. And yeah, we're doing pretty good on time, so. Before Tanu, you've commented a lot more than just about anyone other than maybe Lavina or Vajera, but no, I've definitely got their question. My bad. Let me check. Am I trying to read with the wrong deck? Yeah, we should be using Prisma. It's a minute difference, but it's important to me, so. Okay. All right, guys, let me phrase it. Okay, so we should have something. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, so, and then is this, oh. Yeah, okay. So um, it's not an exact answer to your question. Um, this is how you should be deciding, how you should be answering that for yourself. So we've got a tempered pair, this primary one moderated, modified by the second. Page of Wands, tempered by Seven of Wands. So, I mean, Seven of Wands, they're sticking to the plan and following through on it best they can. They'll stumble sometimes, but they're getting right back on track as fast as they can. Let me double check on Page of Wands. Let's take that out. Inspiration, enthusiasm, potential. When you see the Page of Wands in a reading, you are about to set out on a journey of the mind. You have been struck with some novel or wonderful idea, and you have the naive, unfettered enthusiasm of a child to catalyze it. Take risks like you've never been hurt. Believe wholeheartedly in something. Your divine vibrancy will bring your vision to life. Your courage and passion will see it to completion. And yeah, I mean, tempered by the Seven of Wands, you'll be able to execute on whatever that vision is, basically. So, whatever that, yeah. Yep. And that might be one or more things that capture your attention, but yeah, you'll be able to figure them out. So, okay. Presh. It is Presh, right? Yeah, Presh was next. Can I have a reading? Did we get more specific on this? Or was it just a general? Do we have the question? Presh, if you're on, I feel like you usually ask for a general or something like that, but let me know specifically what you would like read. Sorry, I didn't catch that when you hopped on. But yeah, for now, let's go on to Llama 20. Tomorrow's science exam. How are we going to do? Okay. Are we still using Prisma? Yes. Okay. Is there more? Okay. Is that right? More mild moderation. Okay. Okay. Are these details then? Is this the active one? Okay. So that's an influence. And then, okay. Okay. Well, if I do, are you going to come to terms with it? I don't know. Sorry, it needs to restart, so it'll just be a sec. So yeah, we've got 4 cards. 2 are part of a tempered pair. You may be able to. Because I basically warned off, didn't it? And actually, I think they ended up bouncing. Luis will probably want to question. But yeah, go ahead and ask your Shay. There's a good chance we'll have time for it, just given how things panned out. Okay, let me get our camera back up. You're asking me as if I already know. Okay. So outcome tempered by this card. This is an action item for you to do. This is an influence. Um, technically, I don't know if that's helping or not. Yeah, let's skip here. 5 of chalices. So not great. Nope. Tempered by Queen of Wands. Yeah, the 5 of chalices is a card of sorrow. So accepting grief and moving on. So we can read into that if you want. But yeah, doesn't look like it's good. We've got the passive Ace of Swords acting in your life. The Sun was your action item, which is going to be rough for you, but this is basically embodying optimism, joy, vitality, which is probably everything you're not feeling right now. I'll have to double check the Queen of Wands influence on this, but that was a mild tempering, so I don't know that there's going to be much, if any, change on that front. Queen. Charisma, radiating energy, inspirational. Queen of Wands is the vibrant expression of a brimming mind. Sunlit, exuberant, she takes all the positive energy of fire and warms the world with it, radiating confidence and charisma. Her joyful display is infectious, inspiring positivity in others. As a result, she is a respected, productive leader. When you see her come up in a reading, consider how you can incorporate her enlivening energy into your life. So, yeah. I think that's saying you're going to accept that with grace, which sounds like you've got a rough night ahead of you then to come to terms with that. Because, yeah, 5 of chalices, disappointment, failures, making new space. So I'll go ahead and read it. Letting go of familiar trappings can be a wrenching experience, but sometimes decisive divestment is the only way to move forward. Rather than swirling in an endless whirlpool of uncertainty, it's better to shed what you know and make room for fresher, more positive energy to enter your life. Pain is an ephemeral indicator of growth. Have the courage to dictate new chapters of your life. Yeah. And basically everything here is trying to help you move through that. So, and you can come back for the video and listen to the descriptions. They might be helpful, but if you need time, go ahead. I'll go ahead and read the Sun now. This was your action item. Greatness, joy, enlightenment. When the sun turns up in a reading, use it as a reminder that life is wonderful and precious. Its radiant beams will light up even the darkest aspects of your existence, and you do not need to be afraid or doubtful for your future. Its warmth will wrap around your being and enliven it. If it is not readily apparent, be calm and search deeper. It is sure to reveal itself in due time. If you are lucky enough to bask in the greatness of the sun, share it with those you love. It will bring them joy and reassurance as they themselves tread through shadow. And then Ace of Swords was the passive influence. Mental clarity, determination, intellectual power. The Ace of Swords cleaves through indecision and deceit. It is the mental clarity that comes with keen intelligence. It may indicate an epiphany. When you pull this card, you may be driven with a determination born of ruthlessness. Examine your motivations and ensure you're not being too tyrannical. Master the sword and wield its mighty power for good. Okay. Yeah. There's definitely stuff there, but for you, this is passive. You're going to pick up that power, but uh, not by focusing on it this way. Work on the sun. That's your action item. So, okay. Um, Let me check. Okay. So Ashley did have a question. Danette didn't ask theirs. Let me go ahead and so we'll do Ashley. Luis, if you wanted a reading, let me know. And we can slot that in. Otherwise, then we will do Shay. If we can squeeze it in. We probably will anyways. I'm realizing now that we're running short on time, but we'll do what we can. Ashley Archer. General. That's probably going to be a different deck. Well, maybe. Let's see. Nope. Oh, okay. I think we're sticking with Prisma. Is there... So these aside. So is that another big... Okay, let me make sure I got them all. Hey, Charles. How's it going? Is that all of them? Okay. And yeah, I don't know the specific areas, but you'll have to connect those dots. Okay. Camera. So there's 4 different areas that are being spoken to here, or at least 4 different things. We've got 2 tempered pairs, so a primary moderated or modified by the one behind it. And then we've got 2 pairs, so they'll be speaking to the same area, same thing. But yeah, there's 2 of them. So 9 of chalices and the hanged man. 9 of chalices deals with a certain contentment, somewhat nostalgic, but really it's an appreciation of what was. And the hanged man deals with a change in perspective. So yeah, that's probably, yeah, you'll have to know the details. I don't know if you still need to come to terms to get that piece, or if you're already there and your perspective is changing because of it. Pretty good. 9 of wands. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a character racing. This deals with last stands, final pushes, grit to pull through. And then the chariot, I mean, that's high energy right there, pushing forward. It's very active and very forward is what we've got there. This might be the thing that tips you off to what that is. Let me check if there's a note of victory with the chariot. I'm not sure that there is, though. The magician, one of the manifestors, being able to make it happen. And then 10 of wands is what's tempering this. So you're a very capable person, or at least you've mastered some area or another. But you might need to let go of some baggage you've picked up along the way, some burdens you took on in order to get where you were, or get where you are. So that's something to reflect on. And yeah, I don't know if that's related to the other tempered pair. They should be different areas or different things. Two of Swords and Page of Chalices deals with opening your heart. This deals with indecision and being blinded. So, yeah, I don't know if with matters of the heart you've been walling yourself off, maybe. Is that the right way to phrase it? No. Yeah, you really should just make a choice, own up to it. It's going to be a learning experience either way, whether or not the outcome is good or bad. So that's what we've got in store for you. Okay. So we're already over time. Give me a sec, Charles. And this guy. Sorry. My bad. Shay, what's coming towards me in life? Okay. Sorry, in my love life specifically. This isn't a general reading. Yeah, I know we're over time, but Shay, let's go ahead and do yours. And Charles, you'll be the last one. I won't be able to elaborate much on yours, but yours is pretty straightforward on what you're asking, so there shouldn't be a lot of clarification needed there. Just needed for Shay. Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and switch my mats. Get that set up. And I need that deck. No problem. Random spec. Okay. What is coming? Okay. I'll sort that out afterwards. Okay. Anything else? Hey, Charles. Doing Shay's reading right now. Sorry. It just takes me a while to sense which cards are involved. Is that the sort of thing? Well, anyways, okay. What else? Do I have all the pieces on this point? Well, anyways, okay. First, um, it feels like a sideline, right? Okay. Okay. So a few things. Seems like this one's coming first, fairly closely followed by this one. This is a tempered pair. So the primary is the one on top. That's the main gist of it. But then it's moderated or modified by the one behind it. But then we've got this card up here, which feels like a sideline card. So I don't know if that's happening in the background or on the periphery. Something to that effect is what's going on there. Why it's relevant enough to include, I don't know. Goddess Joya. She's a card unique to this deck, but she's a manifester, much like the Magician. You have the capacity and the ability to make it happen. Over here, we've got Four of Pentacles, tempered by the Ace of Swords. And we saw that one recently. Let me go ahead and read up on those, because this deck is going to have a slightly different take. And then out on the outskirts, we've got Queen of Wands, creativity and focus. Okay. Interesting. Well, let me go ahead and set this down. We have a digital guide for this deck, so I can share that. And there's not that many, so we'll go ahead and read them all. So Joya, the one that's coming up. And there she is. Symbolizes the master manifester or the master builder. When you receive this card in a reading, the message is clear that in whatever you are working on, you must be an inspirational presence. This card is very powerful in a reading because it talks about your impact in whatever you are seeking. This card shows up to remind you that you have an enhanced ability to apply your spiritual understanding to your life. You are visionary. You will have the ability to make it happen, to turn the dreams into a reality, and to build whatever structures are necessary to create the success you are striving for. So I don't know if that necessarily entails a relationship, but it's basically setting yourself up to hit a home run, to knock it out of the park. And then the pair following, Four of Pentacles. A card associated with financial security, but obviously we've got a different context with your question. Two hands are holding on to the coin as if afraid to let go. This card can often symbolize greed, selfishness, possessiveness. There is also another meaning behind this card, and that is protection. The Four of Pentacles represents protecting your heart in order to feel safe and secure. This energy can be understood in the context of a relationship, where one person may be creating a wall and closing off their partner. If you have suffered past hardships, this card tells you that tough times are over. Your work has paid off. Remember that this is a card of stability, yet you can still preserve your well-being by setting healthy boundaries. And then this is moderated by that Ace of Swords. We want to be... It doesn't like to find the aces. Let me find the two and then scroll. Okay, Ace of Swords. Symbolizes truth expressed in the highest form. The sword cuts through deception to reveal a powerful message. This card is auspicious for every aspect of your life. It shows up to let you know that new beginnings are on the horizon. Immediate change is manifesting in your life for the better. There is triumph over your past obstacles. The right hand, the hand of giving, holds up a sword which balances a crown, bringing the message of divine light and everlasting strength. The clouds symbolize confusion, yet the mighty sword cuts through any illusion. It is through your thoughts that you connect to your higher wisdom. Okay. So as far as how that's tempering the Four of Pentacles, yeah, I guess that's a certain acceptance with your situation. I mean, because there's with the four, that greed, that selfishness, the possessiveness, there's that tendency that you need more. But really, the Ace of Swords says what you have is enough and you're good to go. So interesting that that follows after Joya. But yeah. Eh. Let's get to the Queen of Wands. And I guess if you've got specific questions, let me know. The mother archetype. This may be someone who is in your life who can be an artisan, entrepreneur, counselor, or leader. She is intensely loyal and in touch with her intuition. This card can appear as an influence. It is a moment where your ideas are flourishing. Stay confident and close to your spiritual practice because now is a moment that your magic and passionate vision will be brought to the forefront. Nurture your dreams and give them birth. The universe is supporting you. Um, Where this was on the outskirts, I'm not sure if that's speaking to, um, well, someone supporting you, someone who's got your best interests at heart. Um, yeah, that seems to be, yeah, that's the more likely. Yeah, it's a person. So, Goddess Joy, you can make it happen. And then, yeah, I'm not sure with Four of Pentacles if that's more of a, okay, yeah. Because with Four of Pentacles, that might just be more of a personal thing you're going through that prepares you for relationships. So I don't know if with Goddess Joy, you're setting up maybe too much or wanting to set up too much. And then the Four of Pentacles, well, that's the too much. And then the Ace of Swords, you're realizing you have enough. You've got what you need and you don't need more. Um, Presh. So yeah, I wanted to ask you, um, did you just want a general reading? Okay, excellent. Perfect. Okay, look. So, Charles, let me go ahead and do yours. Presh, I just want to make sure, just general messages, right? And then Naramine, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I think you already asked this question in a previous session, didn't you? Okay. Um, yeah, Destiny will be fine for that. um, I don't know what you guys are saying no to. Did I ask something too broadly? Okay. Is Gertrude telling the truth, basically? Okay. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, so it came out as a yes no spread. So let me go ahead and show that. But basically, 3 cards, and based on the combination, we've got yes, no, or in between, unless it's exceptional, which is a couple of the cards. But this one has information for us. This one has a light bit of information. So I don't know if that's just clarity or what. And then this is just filling in our yes, no. So we've got Knight of Cups, 6 of Wands, and Wheel of Fortune. Checking. The Knight should be a yes. Then what is that? 6 of Wands. That's the one I need to. Okay. It's not one of the exceptions, so that's also a yes. It sounds like all of these are yeses, which would mean, yeah, she's telling the truth. Yeah, okay. So Knight, the one with the extra information. I mean, the keywords here are new love and artistic. I definitely want to read that one to see if anything in particular stands out so we can get a feel. And then I can touch on 6 of Wands, but that had a light touch. So let me set this down. Knight of Cups. Signifies a dreamy and romantic hero who is heart-centered. This is an action-oriented person who urges you to move forward based on your feelings. Traditionally, all knights have a quest. This knight's quest is love. This card asks you to lead with your heart. Perhaps a love prospect will be revealed to you, or new friends may enter your circle. If you are thinking about starting a new project, this is the right moment to do so. In any endeavor you take on, be sure to act from it. But yeah, I think that was really just the other person she found. And that might not be the whole truth. He might not be the perfect knight in shining armor, but he is that sort of dreamy person she wants for whatever reason. Whether she gets a wake-up call of some sort, I don't know. 6 of Wands. Well-deserved triumph. If you have been struggling recently, this may reveal a promotion or new contract. It can also reveal that something will go in your favor. Share your accomplishments with others. In a personal relationship, this card indicates that declared feelings are well received. In traditional meaning, this card signifies good news. So yeah, let me check if... Yeah, that's a two-way street with the dreamy hero. She's not just idolizing or adoring him. So I wasn't sure if the good news was like, this is ultimately good for you, but yeah. So don't know what else to say there, but good luck, I guess. Yeah. I can feel the heartache, but yeah. Okay. Presh. Narimene. So Narimene, I feel like you've asked your question before on a previous stream. Is that not the case? Impress general. Let me get set up for that. I should be better about time, but yeah. Finally going to use Cosmo today. Okay. Let me read for Presh. I feel like you've asked it, but whether or not I had time to answer it, I can't remember. So let me... I feel like I did, but I'll skim through the YouTube videos and see if I can find it. Well, if I've already answered, we should reference that. Okay. So Presh, I don't know what your spiritual practices are. We've got some information here, but I get the sense that there's more information they would be willing to share with you. So, oh, sorry. Let me highlight your question. Yeah, we'll just do yes. Oh no, this one. Any message for me? That'll be better. So this is what they're willing to share through me, but it feels like they've got more that they would be happy to talk about one-on-one with you. So 5 of Trees and the Weaver. 5 of Trees would normally be 5 of Pentacles. So that's loss, hardship. Again, Cosmo likes to mix things up, so we'll double check anyways. And then the Weaver. I want to say this would be the, it's either the Page or Knight of Swords. Anyway, so let me go ahead and set this down. Okay. Also, then the Five of Trees might just be that part you're coming of. Let me see. Financial loss, illness, hardship. It might not just be finances that you lost out on. Dark purple cloud sweeps across the sky, ready to eclipse the sun. Everything you have worked for has been destroyed, and you have little faith in the future. You may be at rock bottom, but don't wallow too long in your self-pity. Instead, learn from this. Spending time with your loss and grieving for what is gone will be the only way to move on from it. Hardships will always have a way of setting us back, but it is up to you how you overcome it. So, I mean, really, that's just advising to come to terms with it. Make sure you've learned your lessons. But yeah, otherwise you're not doing yourself any favors by just wallowing. Let's find the Weaver. Oh. So yeah, Page of Swords. Inspiring, intentional, manifesting future. The Weaver designs intricate tales that spin together into beautiful dances. When this card appears, it indicates that now is a good time to begin developing what you hope to manifest in the near future. The Weaver can represent a powerful mind, one that is inspiring and extraordinary. Remember to be thoughtful with what you hope to achieve. A little exaggeration makes a story sing, but be careful not to weave a tale too hard to maintain. So, there's just a certain realism there. Like, if you really have hit rock bottom, then you're probably not, if you're US based, running for president or anything like that. I think you do have a good idea of what is reasonable for you to manifest, though. So, yeah. There's nothing wrong with having confidence. Bad things may have happened to you, but you are still a capable person. So, yeah. Yeah. Was that helpful, Presh? Okay. Okay. And Naramine. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Let me. Do I need audio? Okay, we should be fine there. Let me spend a little time going through the videos. There's the live. That's not what we're after. I just don't know how recently that was. So let's skip through, try to find. Took some time there. No. Not there. Or actually, would it be faster to... Ooh, I could search for your name in the chat. Yeah, let me try that. Okay. Yeah. So there was... You were there Friday. Yeah. So we got your question Friday. Doom. Did we... And we read on this? Okay. And what did we get? Oh, can I see that clearly enough? Looks like you had Goddess Joya. Let me... Gosh. Well... Nariman. Okay. Hey, Myra. I'm about to sign off, though, so sorry I won't be able to read for you today. But we've got sessions Wednesday and Friday as well. So, yeah. Answered you on Friday. Let me grab headphones. I'll just listen to it real quick. Okay. Get plugged in. So it was a yes/no answer. Okay. So Goddess Joya had the heavyweight. And let me go ahead and speed this up a bit. Oops. Okay, because normally, yeah, the Five of Pentacles would be concerning, but that had the lightest weight. It was just part of the yes/no, really. So it'll take time. So I mean, the answer was yes. As far as when, we didn't really have a strong answer. Goddess Joya. I mean, that's the master manifester. So you're able to make that happen. So I think there was a certain, initiative on your part as far as making that happen sooner rather than later. And then there was a lighter touch from Judgment. What was that, though? As far as the... Yeah. So there wasn't a specific date, really. Goddess Joya was the big thing there. And that's largely that it's in your power to make it happen sooner or later. Um, it'll take time. We know that from the yes no combination. Um, as far as timeline, the scale of that, I don't know. Um, but I mean, with the emphasis on Joya, it's really in your power. The only thing was the judgment, that you might have to work through some. Um, what was it? Just like any clash or friction between your expectations and the actuality of him, or any cultural norms the two of you might have. That one was hard to nail down, but really the big one was Joy. You have the power to make it happen sooner rather than later. Um, it is going to take time regardless, but it was on you to get the ball rolling to make that happen sooner. So sorry if that's not as detailed as you'd like, but um, oh no, you're fine. Um, I'm just glad I'm able to remember because, well, whatever we believe is powering the cards deserves a certain amount of respect to the answers it gives us. So I try to be mindful of that. Okay. Well, thanks for dropping in. It's fun doing readings for you guys. I'll just pop our connect with us caption. Oh, we've got one of those these days. Which, yeah, maybe I should set that up as a Twitch bot or something so that it's in the chat. That might actually be a clickable link, maybe. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care. Our schedule: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m., 7 p.m., 7 a.m. MST. So convert to your time zone as appropriate. If we didn't have time for you, you can probably catch us during one of these streams. And yeah, I am looking for a job. So if and when that happens, that'll probably shift the schedule a bit. But for now, we can stick with this. And yeah, until next time.